Is she willing to make a larger contribution personally to the campaign than she's been already?
She has said
11 million. Is she willing to go any further?
She won't rule it out.
Really?
Yeah, that's right.
Sky's the limit.
I didn't say the sky's the limit. We have a set of rules that govern how much money she can give. But she is all into this. I mean, she believes that she's going to be the nominee. She's put her own money on the line, a considerable amount of money. And, you know, yes.
You know, one of the great parlor games in America is watching Bill Clinton. He is the most fascinating, and I know even though you've worked close with him, see him every day, he is a fascinating figure. He doesn't really have a poker face. The great thing about Bill Clinton is he's transparent.
Kind of like you.
No, I am transparent. When you looked at him the other night, and everybody did, and he was very supportive, and the hug he gave of the candidate was so human. I mean, he felt for her losing or not getting what she wanted to do in Indiana. But it looked to me that night, for the first time I saw a man who looked like he had gotten some bad information that night. Terry was on our program as Keith and I were covering it. He was doing his Irish, everything's going to be great, we got it made, you know, we're going to have my score on the golf course is 58.
I can't do that. I wish I could do it.
You're a little more dour, but he's going to get like a 58 score on the golf course. He was so up, and then and he said, tonight we got the momentum, and then the president comes on later in the evening after the votes are in, and it doesn't look like a big victory at all in Indiana, and he really looked like he'd lost. That he got some secret information that nobody else. Did he get bad numbers at the last minute? Did something come in there that night we didn't know about?
Not that I'm aware of.
Did he think you're going to win by a bigger majority?
You know, I think there's been a misconception about Indiana. And let's put this in some context. Senator Obama's campaign predicted 3 months ago that they were going to win Indiana. It's a neighboring state to Illinois. 25% of the state get the media market. We started out behind there, by 8 points. We won a big victory in Indiana. Right. We were moving forward in Indiana.
But you had the Reverend Jeremiah Wright tied around this guy's neck for 3 weeks. And he still managed to only lose by a couple points. He could claim he made the comeback.
Well, he could claim it, but I don't think that's accurate.
Okay, what do you think about Rush Limbaugh? Do you think he helped or hurt your candidate the other day?
No, I think it had no impact whatsoever.
No impact?
With all due respect.
He has no impact at all. Rush Limbaugh.
I don't believe that it had any...
Howard Wolfson says to Rush Limbaugh, you have no impact.
Well, I'm sure I'll be hearing about it tomorrow on his show.
Oh, yeah, he'll be
as will you.
No, I don't mind. I get along with the guy. We like to towel snap back and forth. But the fact is, he claimed victory.
I understand that. And you know what? Here's what I would suggest. People shouldn't denigrate Senator Clinton's accomplishments, and they shouldn't denigrate her voters. That's a mistake.
How's that done? How do you denigrate her voters?
I think if you're saying that the people who were voting for her for some reason other than the fact that they wanted her to win. Isn't that what Rush Limbaugh is saying?
Yeah, he's saying, but I was worse than you on that. I said anybody who uses their vote in that sick kind of way ought to be ashamed of themselves.
I agree with you.
The Founding Fathers and all the soldiers that fought for this country's freedom did not think a vote should be a joke or a mischief. Howard and I agree.
Serious business.
Howard Wolfson, it is serious business. This guy, you're like one of these Japanese soldiers that's still fighting in 1953.